Oil is where you find it, say the oilmen. And they'll stop at nothing to find it. Under mountains, in the desert, and now under the North Sea. For the experts believe there's a wealth of oil or natural gas, which are often found together, somewhere between Britain's east coast and the continent. Oil has been found in Holland for many years, and today, 1/5 of the country's requirements comes from its own wells. But in 1959, Dutch oilmen discovered a vast field of natural gas 9,000 feet under the village of Slochteren in northern Holland. It soon proved to be the second largest gas field in the world, valued at about 2,000 million pounds. At Holland's present rate of gas consumption, this field could supply the country for centuries. A gas field such as this, measuring some 15 miles long and 12 miles across, is about 2 million years old. This gas probably comes from compressed oil or coal deposits deeper down. It seeps up through the earth until it becomes trapped in sandstone, which holds gas as a sponge holds water. Over thousands of years, the gas field expands outwards under terrific pressure. And then by drilling down into the sandstone, the oilmen prick the balloon and up comes the gas. This enormous supply of gas, which comes up at such a pressure that it can pump itself through hundreds of miles of pipeline, should transform Holland's economy. 36-inch and 24-inch diameter steel pipelines will distribute the gas throughout the country and carry it to the borders. Soon, Holland will be exporting this gas to densely populated areas of West Germany, Belgium and France. This plan is likely to cost Holland £300 million over the next 10 years, by which time it's hoped the country will be using 15 times more gas than today and exporting half as much again. At this rate of consumption, the Slochteren field should last about 40 years, by which time nuclear power might outdate gas. As well as distributing the natural gas, which has almost twice the heat of manufactured town gas, Holland, in its towns and villages, is having to replace or convert nearly all of its gas appliances. A formidable task, for there are some 5 million of them in the country. As the new pipelines bring the gas to densely populated areas, new stoves go out for delivery. The switchover to the new gas is being done district by district, so that housewives will not be without gas for more than a few hours. Mobile workshops move into the area, while teams of gasmen bring in the appliances for conversion. This switchover program will take 4 to 5 years to complete, at a cost of some £50 million, with a new national gas company in which the state have a 50% interest and local authorities bearing most of the cost. The private consumer will get a non-poisonous gas giving twice the heat at less cost. It is this prospect, a rich source of power for the taking, that has brought oilmen from all over the world to the North Sea. For geologists believe that the same layers of rock that produce the Dutch gas field extend under the North Sea to England's east coast. Oil has been produced in very small quantities in Britain since the war. Today, there are about 250 production wells operating, most of them in the Nottinghamshire, South Yorkshire area. Here is an extension. Geologists are convinced of the same rock strata that have produced oil and now this rich gas find in Holland. So somewhere beneath the North Sea, there may be big deposits of oil or gas or both. But who would own them? An international conference divided up the area, and Britain's claim is nearly a half. Under a new Act of Parliament, the Ministry of Power has issued more than a score of licenses for production companies to go into operation, on the basis that the British government gets 1/8 of any fines. But deep-sea drilling is a very costly business, 3 times more expensive than on land. So first, the areas are being extensively covered by seismic survey vessels. A mile-long plastic tube containing sensitive detectors is run out behind the ship. To be of any value, a seismic survey must be very accurately charted, so a special operator on board plots the precise position of the ship. The cable streamed astern is weighted to keep it to a certain depth, while another cable to carry explosive charges is also run out. When all is ready and the ship is on the line to be surveyed, the charges are primed. Balloons keep them afloat. Over goes the first, and a day's surveying starts. A charge is launched every minute, and they're automatically detonated astern. As the explosions go off, shock waves, reflected from the different rock formations under the seabed, are transmitted back to the ship via the trailing cable. And on board, tape and photographic recordings are made of these vital statistics. It's the information on these seismic survey tapes that shows the geologists the strata under the seabed. It can cost the production companies up to £3,000 a day to obtain it. At the survey company's London headquarters, the duplicated recordings are cross-checked on computers and the shockwave readings lined up with the exact locations of recordings. From all this data, the drawing office produces a graph which shows the Earth's structure down to about 20,000 feet below the seabed. And it's from these graphs that the geologists have to decide where to drill. Deep-sea drilling rigs, costing about £2.5 million each, have already been ordered and will bring more work to shipyards on Britain's northeast coast. It's been estimated that some 50 of these rigs, like this one leaving for the Middle East, will be needed in the North Sea. An expensive project? Yes, very expensive. Anything up to £80 million might be invested. The rewards could, of course, be nothing. But on the other hand, they could be phenomenal.